Hi guys, and welcome to Magic Monday. Hi guys, nice to see you all. Feels like it's been forever because I wasn't here on Thursday, but we did do two streams last week, so not all was lost. Hope everyone is doing great and had a good start of the week. I'm just going to be adjusting my lighting, etc., etc. Just bear with me. Hey Angela, nice to see you. I know so many choices. I'm gonna let everyone choose which image that I'll color. So I've printed off the June and the December, and I'm gonna leave it open to a vote to whichever one I color live right now on live stream. Okay, I'm just checking my camera settings just to make sure we do have the best setting. How is everybody? Is everyone doing well today? Hi Gary, nice to see you. So yeah, I just want to see. Hi Loretta. I just want to see what people think. Which one to do? Should we do Lady of June, which is this lovely lady here, sitting in a, I'm guessing, is it a waterfall or a lake or a pond? Some sort of watery, rocky area. She's got a veil on, some stained glass behind. And then you've got Lady of December, who has a crown with candles, and there's some holly, there's a star. So it's very Advent, where this is very summer. So I'm pretty curious to which ones you will vote for. This one you can download for free yourself. Angela, if you can just remind me again um, where the image for December comes from. Is it from your official website? Just remind me. And then the June one was a free for a limited time, which ended on the 21st for signing up to the mail list of Angela's Kickstarter. So I know some of you have this already. If you don't, then not all is lost. You can still get the free image of the December lady. Hi, Morticia. The June one. So Loretta says June. What does Gary and Morticia say? Which one's A? June or December? This is June. This is December. So, Angela, before I get started, can you just remind me again how everyone gets this free image of Lady December for those who wish to sign up and colour it? Even though it looks like June is winning so far, I'm pretty sure that though, all love is not lost for this Lady December, and I'm pretty sure there's quite a few people here who would like to colour this image. And also as well, I have put all the links of Angela's Patreon in there, her Kickstarter campaigns in there as well, and also her Etsy store. So Angela is known for there's always one, isn't there? Hey Max. Hey Maximilian. So yes, also her Etsy store as well. So Angela is known for her Ladies of the Month colouring book, which is an Art Nouveau colouring book featuring obviously the Ladies of the Month. So we're going from January to December. There's a lady for each day done in this classic Art Nouveau style. Very similar looking, influenced to the great Alphonse Mucha, who was, the king of Art Nouveau back in its era. I absolutely love Art Nouveau myself, and I love anything like this. And I think Angela has done a fantastic job in bringing the Art Nouveau to life in these lovely ladies, and managed to depict Art Nouveau for each month with each lady as well, very well. So yes, in order to get a copy of the Lady December for free to colour yourself, you just go on to sign up to the newsletter on Angela's website. So I will just put that in for you now. There you go, that is the link. So if you just copy and paste that, then you should be able to go straight to there and sign up to the newsletter, and you then be able to download the Lady of December page. But it does look like Our Lady of June is today's favourite, probably more likely because we are in the month of June. So we'll put Lady December to one side, and I'll come back to her another time and colour her another day. So we're going to be using some pencils that were sent to me by a company, Castle Art Supplies. They were super kind enough to send me a 72 count of their soft series colour pencils. Now, I've been meaning to do a proper full-on test and review on them. I think last time I tried to use them, it didn't work out too well. And I actually found out through Sammy herself, Colour with Sammy, that you actually have to sharpen them yourself before using them. They were not paying off any colour or pigment, and the reason for that being is because apparently on these pencils, when they're new, let's have a look at the one that I've not used. They actually have some sort of coating around the lead, which I think it stops the pigment from rubbing or to protect the lead of the barrel, the lead itself, sorry. So we're going to have to sharpen them as we go, just to take the edge off. So yes, I'm thinking we can do this in a lot of soft colours, so a lot of pinks, warm oranges, peaches. I think that would be quite a nice color palette for this image. Oh, it's, yeah, I love trying out new supplies, and you know, I've seen good things of these, and the company were just nice enough to send them, and it's about time that they obviously got put to the test. And there's some nice warm skin tones in here which I wanted to use and try them out for this image. So I just thought it's probably more unlikely, hopefully fingers crossed, that they are a perfect combo. November one. I haven't got the November one, I've only got the 2. Yeah, there's always some sort of weird coating, isn't there? Just going to empty my sharpener. I do have the Dirt one here, but it's just quite noisy. And I'm just going to see which sharpens better, if the Tegal one works. I actually have just ordered the because this is obviously the pink one. I didn't pick the pink just for the color. I just picked it for the sharpener, and it was the cheapest option. I think to get a blue or green or a black one, I think it was double the price. So I thought, it's a sharpener, it does a job. So I got that one, but I actually managed to get the clear one, and that's on its way as well, which I think is fantastic because obviously you can't see through this, and that fills up quite quickly. And it starts spitting out the shavings once it's full. But with the clear one, you'll be able to see exactly what, like, through the plastic, you'll be able to see when it is full to empty it. So I thought, get the clear one as it'd be handy, and then use this as a spray. So, where to start? So obviously we're going to have to start on some sort of skin tone. I'm going to start with warm tones. These pencils don't actually have names, like color names, they just have numbers. So this is number 18. They're very similar, very similar to the Lux pencils, which I have used, and I did show you not so long ago. They're the ones that come in the pencil case, like this. They're very similar to this from what I've gathered. And they're very similar in look, how they're laid down, and they're numbered as well. And as you can see by the barrel, they are just very similar in how they are presented. The only difference is the Lux ones are thinner in its barrel size. So they are quite similar, and I know Castle Arts have just started doing their 72 count in a pencil case like that. So if you're interested, have a look on Amazon. So I have just sharpened the coating off, and initially I can tell there's a massive difference in the color laydown. Compared to last time, it was very chalky, and it wasn't an even coat of color. So yeah, that is a good tip, and thanks, Loretta. So what I've learned with this is whatever pencils you get brand new, just sharpen them before you use them. Not necessarily a full sharpen, but you know, just a slight, you know, just a turn, all around turn once. Just ensure you get that coating off. Hi, Bethan. Well, Castle are a budget-friendly brand. I think for 72 count pencils, they are about £25, so that's UK money, and £39 or £35 for the 120 set. So in dollars, I think that is about between $30 to $45 max. But I'm sure Morticia would happily put in a link if anyone's interested in the pencils, and also a link to Angela's Etsy store. Obviously, this being very little in size, you've got to just put your outlines in and just be very careful not to overdo it straight away, and just little touches and let it build up on its own. So that was pencil 18, so that's quite a warm peach. And then this is pencil number 19, and this is slightly lighter, which is more of a pinkish tone. So I'm going dark to light with this, just so I can get a nice blend, and it saves having to go over and over and over. Yes, Faber-Castell watercolor pencils is great, and I do think these type of images will look gorgeous in watercolor. If that be watercolor pencils, watercolor, well, genuine or normal watercolors, or the watercolor markers like the Karen markers. I think they would look all really nice. And a lot of Art Nouveau was actually done in watercolor and gouache. And then I'm gonna go with this cream color. It's like a no, it's still a bit dark. I'm gonna go with this cream, which is number 2. So it's like a yellowy cream. I would say it's like a vanilla color. And then I want to take the white. I'm not sure how good this white is going to be, so I do have my luminance white on reserve. I don't actually have a full set of luminance. I only have a pink and a white, and I use white all the time. And that's just obviously for blending, for mixing. It's actually rather soft. Yeah, I just thought it would be quite nice to use pencils just on this, because it's just so obviously the image itself is quite detailed, and I just thought something with a sharp fine point would work best. Obviously you could blow it up if you wanted to. I think this on A3 would be fantastic. It'd almost look like a poster. This is a Lyra Rembrandt Splendor Blender. Now, I find with blender pencils that they are better when they're blunt rather than when they're sharp. When they're sharp, they're very scratchy. They don't blend very well. So when you do actually have a blunt tip, I do find they work better that way. So she looks very warm. Can everyone see? Or is that blurry? Hi, Rochelle. Is that blurry or can you see it? Yeah, markers. You could use excuse me. I've got a bit of a hiccup there. Yeah, you could use markers as well. The only thing with markers is that I'd be quite intimidated to use a marker because they're just so the areas are so small, and it probably would bleed out. But I think you could use markers if you've got like a bullet. You could use markers, but I think if you've got a bullet tip like a pro marker, then that would be fantastic. And then you want to go on top with pencil, that would look great. I'm not sure with a Copic how it'll cope. I think you might have to blow the image up a bit more. But you never know. You could, you can try these things. That's the fun part. You can test and try it for yourself and see what works for you. What works for me doesn't necessarily mean it'll work for you, and vice versa. Okay, so we're just going to continue that colour combination downwards onto the rest of the skin. Hi, Nana. I hope you're having a good time with your family, and I see you. Obviously, you post on Instagram. You seem to be having a good time, which is great. And don't worry about spending your time on here. Enjoy your time with your family where you can, and we'll see you when you get back. Almost forgot. Yeah, I'm terrible at forgetting ears. I always leave out ears when colouring. Okay, let's cover it up. So that's that part, and then I'm going to go with the 19. Number 19. Oh, thanks, honey. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time, and we'll see you when you get back. So I will say with the 72 count, you don't get a lot of, like Caucasian skin choices. And for what you do get, it's very warm toned. So it could be a little bit too orangey based for some people. But I'm just going to work with what we've got. And like I said, the pencils are laying down very nicely. They're very soft. They're blending very well. They're not scratchy. They're not leaving loads of white white spaces. Yeah, originally these would be painted. I don't know, Anja, do you watercolor or do you paint digitally? So did say you just mentioned something about digital. I like watercolor and I like gouache as well. My favorite watercolors that I have, I do have the Cotmans. They're quite good for something that's going to be in price range for most people. The Take ones are quite nice as well. They're a Japanese brand. I think that's probably my top two. Hi, honey bear. Well, Gary, you just practice. Like I'm not the best at everything, but it doesn't stop me from trying. And it just takes practice. And once you do something more often, the more you get used to it and you get better at it, and you'll enjoy it. It also helps, and depending on the pencils that you're using as well. If you're using a very hard lead, then you're not going to enjoy it because you're going to struggle and you're not going to get as if you're pointing at pencils, you do want a soft lead pencil because that's getting you introduced to blending and layering easier than it would be with a hard lead pencil. And then I'm just going to take the white again, and we're just going to blend this all in now. Okay, I'm going to try it with the luminance white and see if that makes a difference. Hi, Maya. They are very soft. I did actually get the Castle Art pencils when they first came out, and I did not like them. I despised them. I didn't know what the hype was about until I learned that the pencils I had was the hard series, and they came out first. And I didn't know they had brought out these, which are a soft series, and I must say they are 100% better. Okay, so the white luminance on top of these seems to be having a better time blending. And I am being just a little bit heavy on pressure because I do want to lighten up areas as well, just so it looks a bit more soft. Skin looks a bit less warm, is what I'm trying to say. So it seems to be doing the trick. No, it looks very warm on the top part. So I want to get rid of some of that orange tone, and just putting the white on top is just going to tame it down and make it more like a dark peach, which is what we want. We want her to look warm, and because it's obviously summer, but we don't want her to look like a lumpa lumpa. Is that the Karen ones? The Karen ones are what I used on the wizard image actually, and I do actually love them. I was very two minds about brush pens after my experience with the Arteza ones. I wasn't a fan of them. I do love Arteza's other products, but I just did not get on with the brush pens, and that was my first experience with brush markers, and it put me off all the other brush markers, like trying them and thinking they'll probably be similar. But I actually was really wrong. With the Karen ones are absolutely fantastic. They apply on very well. They blend very well, and they just behave like watercolors. So they behave like they should do, where the Arteza ones just didn't. Okay, so let's go over it with the Lyra blender, and then we can move on. Obviously, if I wasn't live streaming, I'd probably spend a lot more time on the skin. I would spend a lot more time on each element, but because we're on stream, I'm trying to work faster. Now, if I just get the eraser, and then lips. So what I should do here, lips. Maybe do this number 21, which is like a corally pink. I'm not always that fast. Normally I do, when I'm off stream, I do take a lot longer. Probably goes to show with having about 10 work in progresses still to finish. I wouldn't say I get bored easily, and I get distracted. Now, I'm not saying I get bored of the image or I get bored of the artist. It's not what I say at all. But because if I spend a lot of time with something, then I do tire of it. So I put it one side now, and I always intend to come back to it. That doesn't always happen though. Number 18 on top. And then take the 21 again because it's a bit too light. Okay. Now for the shade tone, let's just test this color. That's going to be too warm. I think it's going to have to be this one, which is number 10. Oh, Tombow. Tombow products are really good. I'm going to have to get a short point on this one. Well, there you go, Gary. Get practice with them. That's probably the best 2 pencil sets you can have. To be honest, with those 2 sets, you're set for life. If I wasn't a self-acclaimed influencer on YouTube, then I would honestly put my hands down and say a full set of Prismacolors and a full set of Polycolors would do me, and I wouldn't have to really adventure into any other pencil sets. Obviously, I want to try everything, but I think, in necessity wise, I think, hands down, polys and prismas is obviously your 2 of your best ones and the essentials. And I tend to use a lot of polys and prismas together. I like to actually use them in conjunction with each other. I do find putting a prisma down first and then a poly on top, it actually blends quite nice. The oil blends the wax, but it doesn't really do it the other way around though, just obviously to note. So if you put the prisma down first and then the poly, then that works, but not the other way around. There we go. Okay, so moving on, that's skin complete, at least for now, until I find something and then I'll come back to it and then try and fix it. You know how I am, perfectionist. So, shall we? Maybe should do something in the background because otherwise I'm going to do this and then I'm going to forget this and then. So let's try and do some rocks. Let's do some stony rocks. So should we do grey rocks or should we do like a brown rock? Let's try to think. What do we do? Hey, Shelly. Great. Yeah, I think grey is going to be more suitable for the sort of time that it's based in. So for this, I'm just going to do a light. I'm going to just do a quick test. I'm going to do a light layer of this very light grey all over first, and I'm going to leave a little bit of white. And then we're going to go up another dark. Going to go darker by one tone. And then again. I'm going to go back to that lighter grey now. And there is like this greenish grey, which is quite interesting. I think that on top of this, with just on the parts where it's closest to the water, that'd be quite interesting. And then using it for the reflection of the grey. It's kind of like a mossy green. I think best bet is to use the luminance white. I haven't tried colour softs yet, if I'm honest. I have been curious in getting the skin tones just to test them, because I pretty much have every other pencil skin set there is. So I do plan on getting the testing out the skin tones of them, and then obviously just have a feel for what the pencils are like. And then if I do enjoy them, then I could always get the rest of the colours. So I think that's a good starting point in testing, is testing out the skin tones if you do a lot of skin. Now, I do think I should do it the other way around than I did that one. So we'll do the dark first. So I'm just going to outline the entire thing with this dark grey. Just to save time. I do have the Dirt watercolors, and they are the watercolor pencils that I do not like at all. I just don't get on with them at all, and I don't. For me, they don't seem to pay much pigment off when activated with water, and I just get frustrated when I use them. So they're in a drawer somewhere, and they don't really ever see the light of day. They're only a 24 set. but the Inktense are probably their best pencil, I would say. I've not used their light fast pencils. I've heard mixed things about those, but I would say the most well-made pencil and best quality pencil is probably going to be the Inktense, because they actually work very well. So I'm just going to do it where I'm going to just go around all the rocks, and I'm just going to use the same color in the areas it needs to. So it just means I'm not going back and forth, otherwise it's going to take a lot longer. Now, always remember your light source. So as these are going to go up, the light's going to be hitting on the top. So here the light is, the bricks are coming down here, so therefore the light's going to hit off the side, and then the light's going to hit on the top on the edge here. So just remembering to change that. You can do that as well. There's no right. You know, there's no particular right or wrong. It's in art. But if you wanted to learn your light source and make it look that little bit more realistic or convincing, then that's a good tip. Now with the water is going to have a reflection, so it's only just going to be this top edge here that's actually going to have any darkness. The rest is all going to be light because the water is going to reflect, and it's going to make it look lighter. Hi Katrina. Hi hon. So yeah, guys, if you do want to try the Lady of December image, which is this one, if you go onto Angela's official website, which is www.angelicshades.com, and at the bottom, if you scroll to sign up to the newsletter, you'll be eligible to download this lovely Lady of December image. This one is Lady of June. This one's very fitting because obviously it is the month of June. And she's very summery looking, which is fitting because June is the beginning of summer. Well, at least it is for us in the UK. Not that we get much of one. We'll probably get 1 or 2 days of really nice weather, and the rest will just rain. And it'll be thunderstorms as well, but in summer we do get a lot of thunderstorms. That is the one. Thanks, Patricia. Oh, thanks, honey. That's that is a big compliment. Okay. This might also be a bit darker because she'll be casting her shadow over it. Okay, and then I'm just going to move around. Well, that's nice, honey bear. Okay, so that's that part. I forgot this part, didn't I? So I'll have to go back around and just outline this again. So I am thinking soft pinks and peaches for like the flowers and making her dress colour to match. Okay. Go back with that other grey. The light's flickering. It might just be me moving. It's not the light on it. It's just me moving the desk when I'm colouring. Don't worry, it's not the light. Yeah, it's me. It's the desk is moving when I'm colouring. Oh, your lights. Oh dear. Yeah, it means the storms. That happens with storms. We're due thunderstorms. We're supposed to get many hours this morning, but it didn't happen. It rained, but no surprise there. And because this is just all facing up, then I'm just going to go over the dark grey outline and just bring it in with this grey. Affordable watercolor pencils. Yeah, there's quite a few actually. The Stabilo ones are really good. Do I have these here? The Stabilos are good, and so are the Koh-i-Noor Mondeluz, which is a 72 set. They're quite nice as well with watercolor. Stabilo Aquarelle is the other ones. They're really good pigment once you dissolve them with water. Anybody else has got any suggestions for Loretta? That'd be great. What is the budget, Loretta? What's the budget? Tell us what the budget is, and then we can tell you what's good in that price range. $125. I think the Stabilo ones will be under $25. Have a look for them. Let's have a look to see how much the Koh-i-Noor ones are in America. Yeah, they say $50. That's quite expensive, really, because I only paid about well, I didn't pay for them, sorry. The pricing of them over here were, I think, £45. So in dollars, that's actually that would probably be about right. I think about $50, about £45 for 72 set. But that was the tin edition. That's the cardboard edition. The lovely Kenny actually got me them pencils, so very grateful for them. Okay, what's this one? So that's like a 24 set. What's these? I don't know if the cardboard editions is the same. Just let me have a look at the label. Mondelez. Yeah, they should be the same. So I found a 48 set here, Loretta. You could try these. These are under $25. There you go. But anyway, I'll get back to colouring. Thanks, Gary. Okay, now on to the next grey, which is the lightest one. I'm sure I could probably find something, Loretta, that's within your budget. I could probably put that, but if you what I'll do, and I'll have a look after the stream, and I'll send you a link to a couple that I think might be good. But I'll do that after the stream, hon. Oh, that's the white. Oops. Actually, that's probably a happy mistake. Hi, Connie. Hi, honey. I'll have a look and I'll see what I can find, because it really depends, because I can probably recommend this, that, and the other, which I consider to be cheap in budget. One, it might not be in your budget, and two, because everyone's budget's different, and what they consider is to be budget friendly is always different. And two, the price difference from the UK and the US can be pretty substantially different. So some things might be really cheap here but really expensive over your way and vice versa. So I'll just have to do some checking. But yeah, I don't mind. I'll just recommend ones that I've used and tried, tested, and trusted. That's what they say, don't they? Or your alternative, Loretta, would be is keep your £25 to one side and just let it build up. If there's always no rush to get your pencils now. I would always say is that if you're on a budget of £25, so $25 currently, then I would always say put that money to one side, and then you can add to it, and you can get some really good pencils that you'll love and appreciate, and it'll last you a long time, rather than getting some pencils that you'll think are mediocre, and you don't enjoy as much. If you're gonna go for like budget Faber-Castell, then I probably wouldn't go with the classics. I would probably go with the Gold Fabers. Gold Faber range has a watercolor range as well. I've not used the watercolors, but I use the Gold Fabers, and they're really soft and nice, very similar to these. But I'd imagine the watercolor ones to be just as nice and probably better than the classics. Yeah, both at the same time. Yeah, the Gold Faber Aqua pencils. Yes, they're a bit better. They're probably like the step down from the. I can never pronounce the polychromos version, but you know which ones I mean. What's the matter? Who's not well? Prismacolors do watercolors as well, from what I know, but I've never used them because Prismacolors are quite difficult to get in the UK. You can get the normal Prismacolors, Prismacolor Premiers on Amazon, and that's probably about it. You can't really get them in the UK from any store. You can buy them open stock in the UK from online, but you can't actually get them in any stores. You could buy Faber-Castell open stock in stores in Caran d'Ache. But I know it's a lot easier for you guys in the USA to get Prismacolors, so I'm not sure how much the Prismacolor watercolors are over there and if they're any good. I've never tried them. No problem, Loretta. Yes, I'm enjoying them, Connie. I think they're really nice. I think once you give it a quick turn with a sharpener when you first use them, and take away that protective coating, then they work much better because I didn't do that last time. They were very scratchy. The pigment wasn't laying down properly. It had white spaces. But yeah, once I've took off that coating, they're really nice. They're soft. They're blending. So yeah, they're really nice, and I'm not getting that much of a wax bloom off them either. So that's great. I was saying the Lox pencils, the Gold Fabers, are all quite similar. They're pretty much lay down the same. They're also very similar to the Shafir Farbens and the Sergeant Arts as well. So they're kind of within that sort of family in regards to lay down and softness and blending. So if you like those pencils, then I think you'd like these as well. Hi, Joey. Yeah, I've never used them, and I've never really seen them to be used. I know they're like a wooden barrel, like they're not full color barrel. They're just a traditional wood barrel like this. So that's how you can tell that the watercolor ones. And now I'm just gonna go in with this blender pencil. This desk is quite wobbly, I do apologize. And then I'm going to go back in with this sort of mossy green to reflect the water. Oh, sorry, hon. Well, it's not me. I will never kick you out. You're too nice. Honestly, I don't think Connie would say boot or ghost. Okay, so how's that looking, guys, so far? Thank you. So we've done the rock and we've done the skin. I think we should do her hair. I think she's going to be a brunette because these are going to be pinks and they're going to be pinks, corals, and peaches. I don't really want to do a redhead because it'll clash. So I think color-wise, I think a brunette's going to be complementary. Well, thank you. Thanks, Angela. Now, for hair, I'm always the opposite. I always start with the lightest color first with hair, and then I add the dark on top. Where skin, I go from dark to light. Hair, I do the opposite. It is Ladies of the Month by Angelic Shades. Angela, who is in chat with us now. Angela R. Sasa. Or Sasa, Sasa. My apologies. Is the artist behind this. And all the links are in the description. And you can go over to her website and then sign up to the newsletter and you'll get Lady of December image to color for free. This is Lady of June. But she does a book out called Ladies of the Month, which you can get in physical format. And I think you can get some of the images on her Etsy store, which I have linked also in the description. So yeah, you can get some of these as singles as well. I think you can get Lady of June as a single image if you want to try this one. Sass. Isn't sassy. Isn't sassy pants. Yeah, I have put a link to the Kickstarter as well in the description. Oh, this is crumbling. Awesome. Thanks, Patricia. I've never actually participated in a Kickstarter before. I don't really know 100% how it works. but I do think they are great for those obviously trying to achieve a project which obviously they can't afford to do on their own. And it is a great way to kind of open the door to someone for an opportunity. Oh, you're getting the Canadian Finance and the Hanalin book. So is it like a one-time pledge that you just pay once and that's it, or do you have to continue to pay like monthly? Just once. All right, okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to look into I think to Kickstarters at some point when I can. I'm going to take the black as well just to add a bit more shade. I think this has already been sharpened. That's awesome. I don't think there's many color artist books on there at the moment, is there? There's a few. Obviously, there's Angela's, but there used to be absolutely loads of Kickstarters flying about, and I don't think there's as many now. Oh, there's more, is there? I'll have to have a look and see who's on there. Okay, so I'll leave the hair with that for now. I think I've missed some spots though. Ah, that does make sense, Angela, for people to do that, isn't it? Just to do it in the summer. Okay, on to the next part. So I think we should start doing some of this dress. So let's gather the colours together. So I think we're going to take some of the skin tones we used as well, just blending them slightly differently. Now I will say with these pencils that the colour on the barrel, the indicator, is completely different to what's on here. So if you look at the pencil, if it focuses, so that indicates it's like a bright yellow, but in here it's actually like, looks like a flesh tone. So had I noticed that before, I probably would have used this one. But that is our lightest tone. It's kind of like an eggshell color. Hi, Shara. Oh, thank you. Thanks for popping in. Do apologize. I've been pretty bad with people's streams at the moment. I've not really been able to pop in and commit to watching streams. Just been going through some tough things at the moment in personal life, so I've kind of just kept myself to myself. And that's nothing against any of the streamers. Obviously, the streamers know I love and respect them. But sometimes just when you're going through some things, you do kind of want to keep yourself to yourself, don't you, sometimes? You do, and you need a break as well. When you're feeling stressed out or overwhelmed or under pressure, sometimes you just want to take a break. Like I have been taking a break from colouring, to be fair. I haven't coloured anything for about coming up to a week now, properly anyway. And that's really, like, I did do a little bit when I stayed at my mum's on Saturday, but that was like very little amount. Saturday, Sunday, I did like a little bit in romantic country and that's it. But I haven't really committed to colouring a piece for over a week. And I've been just like playing on video games, just doing other things that I kind of neglected doing for enjoyment, where colouring's kind of took over. So I just kind of remember to have a healthy balance between all sort of enjoyment and interest, as well as socializing. Oh, you're so welcome, Angela. It's nice being having able to showcase your art, and I've always admired the art that you do and the art movement of Art Nouveau. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me, really, because this art movement is something that I've always admired. Even in my own art at college and things like that, and my own drawings, I have quite a lot of Art Nouveau influence. So I always like to be creative in this sort of style of imagery. Now, this is actually going to be our shade color for the veil. I think that's supposed to be hair as well. I think I've missed that. I always miss things and come back and go, oh, that's supposed to be that. Missed that again. These pencils are pretty much like butter. They just go on and just glide on. There's no sort of scratchiness to them once you take off the waxy coating, like the hard wax coating. Okay, just put that back. I think we all do. I'm bad for it and colouring, and I'm looking back at it now and going, oh, that's a hit, and I'm terrible for missing ears. I'm really bad for missing ears. Oh, that's awesome, Morticia. Did you get your image? Did you get the Lady of December image? Which is, if anyone's interested, the newsletter freebie is the Lady of December, which is this lovely image here. And you can get that free by signing up to Angela's newsletter, which is angelicshades.com. I don't think I'm going to use that orangey colour. No, I think the Kickstarter is to do a reprint, like another print of the colouring book, Ladies of the Month. It's already printed once. I think it's already printed once or twice before, but I think the Kickstarter is for a reprint. So it'll be like a new batch. So if you don't have the book and you want the physical book, then that's the way to do it, is to join the Kickstarter. And then once the goal is reached, then you'll get your copy. Yeah, the pins look like they're really good as well. The pins look like they've been done very well. Some you do get some pins, and they do sometimes look a bit strange. But the ones that Angela is providing, they do actually look really well made, and the detail is not lost in them. So they'll be quite nice on a bag or a pencil case, and a coat. Or stick them on like a memory board. Can everyone see the image clear? Good. So we're going for like a peach, like a warm peach tone. Because in the Art Nouveau movement, like that sort of, the peaches, the pinks, oranges were kind of like a staple color, as well as more muted tones. Yeah, sure. I'll try and zoom in a bit. Is that better? Or do you want a bit more? How's that? You're welcome. I don't think Angela offers the Ladies of the Month colouring book, like the paperback format in a digital format. I don't think you do, Angela, do you? You don't provide the full book in digital format. It's kind of broken down into parts digital. Because I think it's quite difficult to explain. I think Angela would explain it better, like what's included in the book, what's not included. That's not included in the digital. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to explain. They're broken into like PDF packs. So you can't download the entire book in one pack. It's been split into multiple packs. Hi, Candy. Oh, Selena. Candy is Selena. Hi, Selena. If you can hear a hyena, that's just my husband laughing downstairs to the TV. He's watching something that's obviously he's finding very amusing. Yeah, he's not quiet at all. And he actually has an infectious laugh. When he laughs, you just laugh at his laugh. I love him though. He's me bestie. We've been together for like coming up 11 years now, so I'm kind of stuck with him. Oh, thanks, Maya. Dr. Mario. Hey, Robin. Oh, that's cool. You reading anything nice? Anything interesting? I've got a few books I need to read. That's another thing I've kind of put on a sideline. Is reading. I have quite a lot of books to read that I want to give a go. Well, part of it, much as says. What's the book called? I read quite a lot of fantasy and uh, like horror and thrillers. Yes, yeah, I saw the image. It's great. Thanks, Morticia. And now we're going to go in with the white. Oh, she's a legend. She's quick on the. She's on the ball when it comes to links. Honestly, sometimes it's like a race. If you're trying to get a link, you've got to be quick because Maticia's probably got it already. Thanks, Maya. Fake Like Me, women's fiction, all about the art world. Okay, interesting. Awesome. Also as well with June, Shikari reminds me of a bride. And I would say weddings are stereotypically mostly in sort of like June time, June to August, because it's summer and it's the beginning of summer. So she kind of reminds me of a bride, even though I'm not doing bridal colors. I was wondering if they're roses. I couldn't tell whether they are roses or carnations, but my initial guess was roses. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there tends to be a lot of weddings in June time. But although I had my wedding in December, it was freezing. Actually, our day that we had it on was very, very nice, and we're quite lucky. It was like it was frosty, but it was still clear. And the grass was all like frosted over white, but it was a bright sunny day, very picturesque. But then the next day it was horrible. So we're very lucky that we managed to pick the right day. Actually, I might be able to show you a picture. Yes, it was meant to be. Oh, okay. So where's my photos? Don't know if you'll be able to see this, guys. But can you see, or is it gonna? I don't know if you could see. Yeah, I've had to take autofocus off because it keeps pulsing. So whenever I move, it pulses and it stops. It gets distracting for people. So when I'm coloring and I'm moving, it's best to have it off. Why is that gone funny? It's gone a bit too bright now. There we go. Yeah, it was getting a bit too bright there. Oh, Valentine's when. No problem. No problem, Maya. Thank you so much for dropping in, and thank you for the lovely comments and the thumbs up. And I'll see you. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, hon. I think once I've done the dress, I might just do a quick wash on the flowers with some watercolor. See you, Gary. Thanks for dropping in. So yeah, again, if you do want to take part in the colouring of Lady December, which is this image, just go over to www.angelicshades.com and then scroll at the bottom to the newsletter, sign up to the newsletter, and you can get this lovely Lady of December image for absolutely free, and you can give that a go yourself. This is Lady of June. She is available to purchase as part of a bundle and also as individual from Angela's Etsy store, which is the artist behind Angelic Shades and the Ladies of the Month collection and colouring book. The description of the video, along with Angela's Patreon page and her Kickstarter campaign. So if you are interested in a Kickstarter for the enamel badges of Ladies of the Month and also the physical version of the book, then head over to the for more information, head over to Kickstarter, and the link for that is in the description also. You're welcome, Angela. I might use this cream as well, actually, while I'm here. The table is a bit wobbly because I'm a bit heavy-handed. I'm terrible for being heavy-handed, but I think that's in art. I think that's a common occurrence with males, with men. They're quite heavy-handed in regards to pressure with pencils and art materials, whereas ladies are generally, not all, but generally a lot more delicate. Hi, Dev. Yeah, I'm enjoying them as well. Actually, I think they're rather nice. Once you've sharpened them all, then they go down really nicely. Hi, babes. Okay, so what's next? Use some of this pink. I think this will be quite light. Nope, not that one. As for the roses, I wanted to do a quick watercolour wash, didn't I? Just going to get this colour marker out, which was actually skin. I think I'm going to have to just put the water down. Hi, Alexandra. That is not working. I'm just going to get some tissue, guys. For some reason, the ink, when you add water from the inkjet printer, which is HP, it's changing into a blue color. I don't know why, because normally when I print black and white, it doesn't do that. So I'm going to have to stick with pencil. Yeah, I don't know why it's turning blue. It shouldn't really do that. I'm going to have to wait for that to dry before I can go over it, because otherwise it's just going to rip. It'll be fine, I'll go over it with something. Once it's done, you won't notice it. But I did want to try. I did want to try the gem and the pearl watercolors that I recently was gifted. And I'm going to try that on the water. So this is the pearls. And these are the gems. So I'm thinking we should do some of the pearls. So we use the pearl blue and the white, and then add depth with the gem blue. Yeah, I think it might be the fact that it's printing on a colour setting maybe, rather than just black. That might be the issue. Okay, so activate these watercolors. Oh, these are very reflective. Sparkly water. Why not? So I'll just do a thin layer of this one, of the pearl cobalt blue. When you add it down into the water, like when you mix it and it like fizzes out. It's quite amusing. You can just see the glitter, like it looks like it's fizzing. I'm gonna be wrapping up in a second, hun. In about within the next 5 minutes. Are you on now? Are you, Alexandra? Are you on now? Is it your stream now? Then gonna add some of this white on top. Okay. Sorry, I just thought you were. I thought you were streaming, hun. And then put in this gem blue. But I'm just gonna put it in the darkest parts. And there we have the water. Once it dries, I'll just go over it again with the white pearl gold for the ripples, and then that will be the water done. But as you can see, it leaves like a nice sheen reflection, so it kind of adds like a nice realism to the water. Then I could, or if I wanted to, instead of using the watercolor, I could just go over the top with the luminance, which actually I think I might do to add, to make it a little bit more, to make it more like real. Can't get the words out, guys, to give it a bit more lifelike. So that's it. That's all I have time for today, guys. So this lovely image by Angela, which is Angelic Shades. All her links have just been shared now, and then you can also find them in the description of this video. The lovely Morticia has also supplied you with all of my links if you want to follow me on Facebook, as well as Instagram. It'd be lovely to see you over there. And we do some specials over on Facebook that we don't do on YouTube as well. So we have some exclusive content on Facebook. So it'd be fantastic to see you over there also. So I will be back on Thursday with another video. I'll be live at 9 p.m. GMT. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and click the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, as it does help the channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye bye.